Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling, well, maybe the biggest question out there. What was here before the Big Bang? We generally accept the Big Bang, right, as the origin point for, well, everything space, time, matter, energy kicking off about 13.8 billion years ago.
Exactly. It's our standard model for cosmic origins.
But the real kicker, the thing that makes this so fascinating and frankly so difficult, is that the Big Bang isn't just the start of the stuff in the universe. It seems to be the start of time itself as we experience it anyway.
That's the core challenge.
Yeah.
All our physics, gravity, thermodynamics, quantum mechanics, they all kind of clock in at, or just fractions of a second after the Big Bang.
So asking what happened before, it gets really weird, doesn't it? It's almost like asking, what's north of the North Pole? The concept of before might not even apply in the way we think.
Precisely. It pushes the limits of language and physics.
Our mission today, then, is to explore some of these mind-bending ideas, both scientific and maybe even philosophical, that try to peek behind that veil. Okay, let's unpack this.
All right. Where should we start? The singularity, perhaps.
Yeah, let's start there. For a long time, that was the picture, wasn't it? The universe starting from a single point, the singularity. What does that really mean?
Well, the singularity is this theoretical point of essentially infinite density and temperature all packed into zero volume. The crucial thing is our physics just breaks down there. General relativity, quantum mechanics, they can't describe it.
So it's like a mathematical dead end.
In a way, yes. And it makes the question, what was before, sort of meaningless within that framework, because time itself is thought to begin at that singularity. There's no before if time starts there.
Okay, so that's the traditional barrier. But science doesn't usually like dead ends. What happens when we bring in modern ideas like quantum cosmology? Does that offer a way around it?
It certainly offers possibilities, and some really bold ones. Take the multiverse idea, for example.
Ah, yes, multiple universes.
Right. The idea here is that maybe our universe is just one bubble, let's say, in a much larger cosmic landscape, a multiverse. In that picture, our Big Bang wasn't the beginning of everything, but more of a, local event.
Like a wave starting in a huge ocean.
Kinda, yeah. Or maybe a quantum fluctuation in some larger, perhaps eternal quantum field that just keeps spawning universes. Inflationary cosmology suggests mechanisms for this, or even something called quantum tunneling.
So new universes just popping into existence.
That's one line of thought. And then there's the really interesting Hartle-Hawking no-boundary proposal.
Okay, what's that about? Sounds intriguing.
It suggests that if you go back towards the Big Bang, time changes character. It stops behaving like the linear time we know and becomes more like a dimension of space. They use the concept of imaginary time, not meaning fake, but in a mathematical sense using complex numbers. The upshot is the universe doesn't start at a sharp point, a singularity, but has a smooth, curved beginning. Like the South Pole on Earth, there's no boundary, no edge. You just smoothly move away from it. Time sort of emerges gradually.
Wow. Okay, that's definitely bending my brain a bit. Imaginary time emerging. How would we even test something like that? Or is it purely theoretical for now?
For now, it's largely theoretical, but scientists are looking, for potential clues. Maybe subtle patterns in the cosmic microwave background radiation, the echo of the Big Bang, or perhaps gravitational wave signatures. But it's tough.
Extremely tough, I imagine. Okay, so we have ideas where time has a beginning, maybe a smooth one, and ideas where our beginning is just one of many. Are there other models? What about the universe being like cyclical, endless loops?
Absolutely. That's another major avenue of thought.
Yeah.
You have models like the ekpyrotic or cyclic universe.
Ekpyrotic?
Yeah, it comes from string theory, or M theory more specifically. It proposes our universe exists on a kind of membrane or brain alongside others in a higher dimensional space. And periodically, maybe these brains collide. That collision generates enormous energy, basically, triggering a Big Bang event.
So the Big Bang is a collision.
In this model, yes. The universe expands, cools, eventually maybe contracts again or prepares for another collision. It leads to endless cycles of creation and renewal.
And in that scenario, time wouldn't really have a beginning, would it? It's just eternal cycles.
Exactly. Time is infinite. Our Big Bang is just the latest bang in an unending sequence.
It's really striking how some of these cutting-edge scientific ideas, they seem to echo concepts from ancient philosophies or spiritual traditions, don't they?
Oh, definitely. It's a fascinating parallel. You look at, say, Hindu cosmology with its vast cycles of creation, Brahma days, and destruction lasting billions of years. That feels very much like some modern cyclic models. Or Buddhist thought, which often questions the very notion of a definitive beginning, emphasizing dependent origination and the sort of timeless nature of existence.
It makes you wonder if there's some fundamental human intuition about these cosmic scales and cycles.
It certainly shows we've been grappling with these ultimate questions for a very, very long time, using different tools, observation, mathematics, philosophy, introspection.
So we've journeyed from a singularity to multiverses to eternal cycles, even touching on ancient thought. Where does this leave us? What's the big takeaway on what was before the Big Bang?
Well, the honest answer is we don't know for sure. And we might never know in a way that we can definitively prove through observation. Physics hits a wall. But I think the real value is in the questioning itself. Pushing these boundaries forces us to refine our understanding of time, space, reality, everything.
It stretches our minds.
It absolutely does. It remains one of the deepest, most profound mysteries we can contemplate. It calls for, curiosity, but also a good deal of humility and wonder, definitely wonder.
That seems like a perfect place to pause. And maybe the thought to leave everyone with is this. How does thinking about these possibilities in eternal cosmos, our Big Bang being just one event among potentially infinite others, or part of endless cycles, how does that shift your perspective on our own existence, our place in this vast, perhaps unending reality?